Hello, my name is Akoya Webb, and I am a sophomore student at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Um, my major is biology, and today my topic is going to be the ballot or the bullet and its relevance to modern day social justice. So, first thing I want to talk about in Malcolm X's article, The Ballot or the Bullet, he goes into many different topics. One of the main ones includes strategic voting, religion, and nationalism. And these all go towards the black community. So, first I'm going to start off with strategic voting. So, in my slide, I said, and Malcolm X's The Ballot or the Bullet, he emphasizes the importance of voting for the right political leaders. According to his speech, he quotes, "And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived, or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart." He believed that in the black community, voting strategically could help find a leader that would help support the ideas they believed in, rather than voting for a leader and finding out they did not support them, misleading the black community as a whole. So, to touch up on this, I think this is very common in modern day society, especially in the situation we are in now. The black community was extremely misguided in this past election. There weren't really many options or any political leaders that really stepped up for us to really vote for. But according to the votes, it was pretty divided. There were some that voted Kamala and others that voted for Trump. And there were even African American people that were supporting Trump, which is someone who does not see the same views as the black community. But as you can see, during that entire election, it was extremely divided within the black community, and it caused a lot of mishaps and disruption. The second slide I'd like to talk about is black nationalism. So, Malcolm X goes deep into detail about his ideas and opinions towards black nationalism. And he creates an entire idea about nationalism. And so, he says that nationalism is educating our people into the importance of knowing, like, when you spend your dollar out of the community in which you live, the community in which you spend your money becomes richer and richer. The community of which you take your money, out which you take your money becomes poorer. So this whole concept is pretty cool. So he's talking about how in the black community or in present day society, how when we support businesses or go to a local Walmart, we end up supporting these major big companies that aren't affiliated with or don't care about anything about the black community. So we end up losing our money, becoming poor, and while the big leads of these companies become richer because we put our money towards them. And this is extremely true in today's society because we have all these big companies such as Target, Apple, anything that you can name, they're all led by big corporate companies that we have no idea who are. Like, they could be literally anyone, but we don't know who we're supporting or who we're putting our money into, yet we continue to do so. And that's why Malcolm X thinks it's important for us to support black-owned businesses so that we can lift each other up and not provide what we have earned or the money that we spend towards these big corporate companies that don't care about us. So the next topic Malcolm X talks about is religion. So Malcolm X also makes a point that religion is something the black community should not focus on. In the beginning of his speech, he goes into strict detail that he does not want religion to get in the way. He states that he is a Muslim, and he also states that he doesn't want that to get in the way of his speech, So he quotes, "As I say, if we bring up religion, we'll have differences, we'll have arguments, and we'll never be able to get together. But if we keep our religion at home, keep our religion in the closet, keep our religion between ourselves and our God, but when we come out here, we have a fight that's common to all of us against an enemy who is common to all of us." So I think this is also relates to the modern day society because I have an example where you can go to a diverse school like me and you find all different types of people. I had a friend who was from Sudan and she was Muslim and I'm a Christian, and so but we ended up being really good friends because we didn't have that much, that was different from each other. We had the same experiences. We could laugh about the same things. It wasn't anything different because of our religion. And I think today there are many different there's a lot of separation that goes on in the black community because of religion. Um, I think it's just a misunderstanding. We don't. There's like Christians that completely close themselves off to Muslims, and there are Muslims that completely close themselves off to Christians for some odd reason, even though they both believe in the same God. It's just one thing that's different in the religion. It's the same thing, but we let the black community, we let that get to us, and we end up becoming more divided because of something simple as that. When we should all come together because we all go through the same things, that others can't say. Other religions like Buddhism, the majority can't say that they go through the same. So in conclusion, Malcolm X's The Ballot of the Bullet left a powerful impact on the black community to this present day. I think that his ideas and how different they were compared to Martin Luther King and his letter from Birmingham jail. There were two different approaches, but both of the leaders stood together. Even the leaders that had opposite views stood together to support each other. And I think that sets a good example for the community. So I think that it's important that in this present day that we continue to stay together as a community.